Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Debbie, and this class is brought to you by Family Care Health Centers in St. Louis. So welcome. Please remember to always listen to your body and only move in ways that feel safe and okay in your body. Nothing I say to do that causes any sharp pain is something that you should do. Please modify and adjust any movements to fit your body. And if a doctor, of course, has told you not to move in a certain way, please listen to them and not me. So we'll start with a little centering and breath work. So find an easy seated position, find your perfect posture. So ankles directly under the knees, shoulders over the hips. Reach up through the crown of the head to lengthen the spine. Relax the shoulders down. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. And allow yourself to become fully present in this moment. Present in your body. Setting aside any worries of the day that you might be having. Just take a minute to notice how your body feels today. Of course, without judgment or expectation, just kind of scan the body and notice how it feels. If you'd like to take a moment to set an intention for your practice today, now would be a great time to do that. So that's any quality or characteristic that you would like to feel or see more present in your life. Examples might be resilience, perseverance, calm, whatever speaks to you today. And hold that intention in your mind's eye now and throughout the practice, especially when things feel challenging for you. When things are hard, we need to do more of what's right. So that's focusing on our intention or focusing on maintaining a slow, deep, even breath. Now we'll do a breathing exercise. We'll do 4x4 breathing. So we inhale through the nose to a count of 4. We hold the breath for a count of 4. We exhale for a count of 4. Pause, and then repeat that 4 times. So I'll count you through the first 2 rounds, and then you can take the second 2 rounds on your own. So keeping that perfect posture, go ahead and let all your breath out. Inhale through the nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 2 more times on your own. Just resume normal breathing when you're finished. Maybe taking a minute just to note if anything has shifted after that little bit of breath work. Our breath is the fastest way to calm the central nervous system when you feel yourself either overactivated or underactivated. Take a minute to focus on your breath or manipulate the breath. Just notice if that changes anything. You can gently blink open your eyes. And I encourage people to do those breathing exercises periodically throughout the day just to keep ourselves centered and calm so that things don't build and build and build inside of us. And then we really need it. So if we can keep the anxiety or the worry or the stress managed throughout the day, we may not have those instances where we kind of blow or panic, whatever happens in your body when you're out of that window of tolerance. All right, so let's start just by loosening up the spine. So come to the edge of your chair and we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. So flexion and inflection of the spine. So on an inhale, we're going to arch the back, stick the chest out, draw the shoulder blades together, and the chin lifts. And then on an exhale, reverse all that. Scoop out the belly, widen the shoulder blades, round the back, and the chin drops. And then we bring that into a fluid movement. So inhale for cow pose and exhale for cat pose. And just flow at your pace, connecting the movement with your breath. Take two more. Come back to a neutral spine. Lengthen that spine, checking your posture again. And we'll take a side bend. So inhale both arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, the right hand comes to the seat of the chair. And we carry the left arm up and over to the right, keeping the left sit bone rooted to your chair and breathing into the left side body, feeling a nice stretch all along the left side, out through the left fingertips, and keeping your slow, deep, even breath. Good. Then inhale, rise it up, both arms up by the ears, and we'll take that on the other side. So the left hand lowers to the seat of the chair. The right arm comes up and over, the right hip stays planted, reaching out through the right fingertips and breathing into the right side body. Good. Inhale, both arms up, and we'll just flow to each side 3 times. So on an exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. 2 more times like that. And the last time. Side bend to the right. Inhale through center and exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, both arms up by the ears, and on an exhale, we'll take a twist to the right. So the right hand reaches for the back of the chair. The left hand comes to the outside of that right knee. Gaze can be back over the right shoulders to the right side wall or straight ahead, whichever feels best in your neck. But keep the spine long, keep the low belly in, and breathe. Good. On an exhale, gently untwist. Inhale, both arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, twist to the left. Left hand to the back of the chair, right hand to the outside of the left knee. We're not forcing anything here. We're just facilitating that twist as our final movement of the spine to get us warmed up and loose for the rest of our class. Keep breathing. And on an exhale, gently release back to center, and we'll take that flow 3 times. So a twisting flow. Inhale the arms up by the ears. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms up, back through center. Exhale, twist left. And again, 2 more times to each side. Good. Inhale back through center and exhale. The arms release down by your sides and just shake the arms out or take some shoulder rolls backwards. So the shoulders come forward, up by the ears, shoulder blades draw together in the back, and then the shoulders come down. And just find your fluid movement here. So inhale as the shoulders go forward and up. Exhale as they go back and down. Two more. Good. Take a minute. And then we'll reverse those shoulder rolls to go forward. So now we'll bring the shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Good. One more. And again, just shake the arms out. And we'll get into the shoulder a little bit. So extend the right arm straight out to the right. Take a breath in. And on an exhale, sweep the right arm all the way forward and over to the left. And the left hand can catch the arm, or the left elbow hooks the right arm. Keep the shoulders squared forward. Gaze stays forward. And just breathe into that right shoulder. Keep the shoulders softened down away from the ears. And breathe. Good. Release the right arm, sweep it back out to the right. Inhale the right arm up by the right ear. And on an exhale, bend that right elbow like you're trying to scratch that place in the center of your back. Keep the chin lifted. Maybe that left hand grabs the right shoulder. So this is a tricep stretch for the right arm. And breathe. And on an exhale, release out. We'll take that on the other side. So now the left arm extends straight out to the left. And on an exhale, it sweeps all the way over to the right. And the right hand provides some pressure for the left arm, or the right elbow hooks the left. Keep the shoulders squared forward and the shoulders soften down away from the ears. And breathe. Maybe call to mind your intention that you set at the beginning of class. Good. And on an exhale, gently release out. The left arm goes back out to the left. Inhale the left arm up by the left ear, bend the left elbow, and maybe the right hand grabs the left elbow to intensify that stretch a little bit. Maybe it doesn't. Keep the chin lifted and the spine long and straight. Our tendency is to want to round into this. Breathing into the left tricep. And on your next exhale, go ahead and release out. Sit back in your chair, extend both legs forward, and we're just going to point and flex our heels, just warming up the legs a little bit, loosening up our ankles. Strong point, strong flex. And then make some circles with the ankles, either direction. And circle the other direction. And release it down. Loosen our hips a little bit. So bring that right knee up any amount toward the chest. And if it's difficult for you to do that, grab a strap or a belt or a rope and pull that right leg up, whatever amount you can. And we'll just take some circles in either direction with that right knee. Again, keeping the spine long and straight. And circle in the other direction. Good, then go ahead and relax the right leg. Notice the difference between the right hip and the left hip. Maybe you don't notice anything, maybe you do. And we'll even it out. So use your strap or your hands to hug the left knee in any amount. The left hand stays on the left knee, and we make some circles with the left knee. Focusing on mobility in that left hip. And then reverse your circles in the opposite direction. And release down. Our last little warm up here is going to be our neck. So we're just going to make some very slow and gentle circles with our head to release the tension that we might find in our neck and shoulders. So right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, and then back up. So we're not going to crank the head back because our cervical spine does not like that, but I like to just lift my chin up and forward. So just take some slow circles in that direction, keeping the shoulders soft and the spine long and straight. And then reverse your circles the other way. So left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder, and back up. And just slowly circle the head in this direction. One more. Good. So let's just take a minute, maybe lower your gaze or close your eyes again, and just notice again how your body's feeling. And call to mind your intention. And then we'll take our legs to a wide angle. So our toes are in line with our knees here. I know you can't see my toes, but They're sort of out at an angle. And we're going to interlace your fingers behind the head. Draw the low belly in and up. Spine is long and straight. And we're just going to take some crunches side to side. So take a breath in. And on an exhale, the right elbow goes down to the right. So we're kind of like a side bend. And then inhale back through center. Exhale, crunch to the left. And we're just going to flow like this. So exhale as you crunch. Inhale as you rise. And you can move as fast or as slow as you would like. Maybe you're wanting a little speed today. Maybe you're wanting to just kind of chill and go slow. You do you. But keep the spine straight. We're not rounding anywhere here. We're getting into our abs a little bit and our side body. And keep going. Or take a break if that's what your body needs right now. Come on, let's go a few more. One more to each side. And back to center, release the arms. And now we're going to keep the legs at a wide angle, but we're going to straighten the legs. So just the soles of the feet, your heels are the only thing on the earth, and the toes are flexed. And we're going to find a forward fold here. So if you need a footstool or a block or something in front of you to bring the floor up closer to you, please do that. Hands can also stay on the legs. But again, we want to keep the spine long and straight as we hinge at the waist to come to any kind of forward fold that feels good in your body. Let your head and neck be soft and heavy. Release any tension you might be holding in your jaw. And breathe. Good. Then walk yourself all the way back up to seated. Bend the knees, scoot yourself back in your chair, and we're just going to inhale. My couch is in the way here. We're just going to inhale those flexed feet and straight legs up off the earth. Try to hold it for a few breaths. You can hold on to the back of the chair if you need to. Your hands can also support the legs a little bit if that feels safer for you. Good. Relax, sit down, scooch back to the front of the chair. The legs can either be bent at a wide angle or they can stay straight, whichever feels best for you. If the floor feels far away, I encourage you to keep the knees bent. That's how I'm going to demo this. But we're going to, if you need a block or a footstool here, that would be perfect. But we're going to come into a forward fold and take some twists with our arms. So let's inhale both arms up by the ears. And on an exhale, either swan dive or the hands travel down the legs to bring your hands to a block or a footstool or the floor. And then we're just going to alternate lifting one arm at a time. So we stay in the forward fold. The right arm reaches out to the right and up. The gaze can follow. Exhale, it lowers down to the floor or your block. Inhale the left arm out and up. And exhale, it releases. And just flow like that. One arm, then the other. Good. Let's take one more on each side. Good. Then bring the hands to the knees and lift the torso upright. And just notice how your body's feeling. And bring the legs back out in front of you. And this one, I had somebody tell me once that their physical therapist had them do this when they were having knee pain or something like that. So again, you can't see my feet, but what we're going to do with the right leg first, and then we'll do it on the left leg as well, is we are going to sketch or trace the alphabet on the floor. So go ahead, make your A, make your B, and your C, D, E, F, G. I'll stop now, but go through the whole alphabet. Might be feeling that right leg. Keep going or take a break if you need or want. And Z. Good. Bounce both legs. And we'll do it on the other side. So trace the alphabet with your left toes. It's a little bit more challenging with the left because we don't write with our, well, we don't write with our right foot either. And Z. Go ahead and bounce the legs again. You can always pause if I went too fast for you. You can always pause the video and come back to it when you're finished. And just take a minute again to notice how the body's feeling. That I felt that in my thighs. And I think that's why it might be good for knees, is because it builds the muscles around your knee joint. All right, let's take some butt squeezes. So maybe you sit a little bit further back in your chair, and we're just going to squeeze the butt cheeks and lift like a Kegel kind of. Lift the pelvic floor any amount. So go ahead and relax. And on an exhale, squeeze the butt cheeks together as tight as you can. Try to take a couple breaths with it squeezed. And then soften. And take a couple breaths. Again, squeeze the butt cheeks and breathe. And soften. We'll do that 3 more times. It can be challenging to breathe while you're squeezing, but try to do that. Good. All right. Let's take Warrior 3. So we're going to swing both knees over to the right side of the chair. The left butt cheek is hanging off the chair a little bit. And your options here are to bring the left knee forward. And this is where you'll stay if that feels better for you. Or you can take the left leg straight back. And we're going to try to keep the hips squared forward. And we're going to inhale the arms up. And on an exhale, we're going to lean forward so the torso comes over that right leg and the arms both extend straight out to the side. So this is Warrior 3 in a modified position. Good. Slowly inhale the arms back up. Lift the torso up. And again, exhale, lean it forward, extend the arms out. Take a couple breaths. And inhale, bring it back up. And the last one, exhale, lean forward, arms extend out, and breathe. Good. Inhale, lift it all up. Exhale, release the arms. And bend the left knee if it's straight. Circle back through center. And we'll take that on the other side. So both knees to the left side of your chair. Your right butt cheek hangs off a little bit. Right knee comes forward. I'll demo with the right knee bent this time. So we inhale the arms up. Hips are squared towards that left knee. And on an exhale, we lean forward, arms extend straight out to the sides, and we breathe. Good. Inhale back up, arms come up, torso lifts. And on an exhale, lean forward, arms extend out, and breathe. And inhale, lift everything back up. And the last time, exhale, lean it forward. Reach through those fingertips. Focus on your intention. And inhale, everything rises back up. And on an exhale, release the hands and circle the legs back to the front. And let's just hold on to the back of the chair. Legs, or the tushy is all the way on the front edge of the chair, and we're just going to let the knees fall side to side. Just kind of wipering the knees side to side. Good. Come on up to standing. And we'll just take a little ragdoll twist. So the feet are about hip width distance apart. The hips are going to stay squared forward. And we're just going to let the upper body sway side to side, twist side to side. Arms are like noodles. They're just flopping. If this makes you feel a little dizzy, you can keep your gaze forward. And just let the torso twist. Really nice way to Loosen up the low back. Good. All right, we're going to take downward facing dog with our chair. So I'm facing the seat of my chair, and I'm going to bring my hands to the back of the chair, and I'm going to walk the legs back. And the knees can bend as much as you might need to accommodate your hamstrings, or the legs are straight. We're more focused on how much length we can create in our spine. So even visualize space between each vertebrae of the spine. The chest is heavy, and you breathe. Good. Then bring the hands to the seat of the chair so your back is still straight and long. And we're going to do like we did in a forward fold with our wide legs before with our twist. So we're going to inhale that left arm out and up. The gaze can follow. Exhale, the left arm lowers. Inhale, the right arm lifts. Exhale, it lowers. So the arms are reaching out to the sides and up. And exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm out and up. Exhale, it lowers. One more to each side. Good. Go ahead and come back up to stand. And we're going to face the back of our chair now. So we're just going to start by lifting and lowering our heels. So you hold on to the back of your chair for stability. So inhale, come up as high as you can on your tippy toes. And exhale, lower it down. Let's just do a few like that. Good. So we're going to come to sort of the back left of our chair. And we're going to hold on with our left hand. We're going to bring our right arm into a cactus arm. And we're going to lift the toes and just walk on our heels over to the right. So you're walking toward your cactus arm. Good. Release the heels back down. Release the right arm. Right hand grabs the chair. Left arm in a cactus arm. Lift the toes and walk on your heels over to the left. We'll just kind of keep doing that side to side. So this is building strength in your ankles and helping with balance. We'll take one last time over to the left and release. So again, let's lift up on the toes as high as you can and exhale, lower. Good. All right, so I'm standing with my left hip closest to the chair. My left hand is going to hold on to the chair, and we're going to take a hamstring stretch. So bend the knee, right knee forward. Maybe the hand grabs that right ankle, and we lower the knee to point towards the floor. If you're like, that doesn't work for me, take your strap or your belt, put it in the front of the right ankle, grab both ends of the strap in your right hand and lift that way. Either way is perfect. Breathe into the right quadricep. So stay just like this if you're already feeling like this is a good challenge for you, or you can see what it feels like to lift the left heel up off the floor, lower it back down, maybe 2 more times. Good. Lower the left heel, breathe into the front of the right leg. If you want more of a challenge here, see what it feels like to try to bring your knees toward together. That intensifies the stretch here. Good. Gently release the right foot. We'll come to the other side of our chair. And again, use your strap in front of the left ankle to help facilitate your quad stretch, or the left hand finds the left ankle or the left foot. Spine is long and straight, belly drawn in, shoulders soft. And then if you're coming with me, we're going to lift that right heel. So inhale, lift the right heel. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Good. Breathe. Maybe see what it feels like to bring your knees toward each other. And gently release the left foot. So we'll take some curtsies here. So we're going to stand behind the chair, hold on to the back of the chair, and we're going to lift the right leg out to the right foot stays flexed, and then we try to lift it a little bit more, and then we take our curtsy. So the right leg is going to come in front of the left leg. We bend the knees a little bit. Inhale, lift it back up. Right leg extends back out to the right. And now we take the right leg behind the left leg, bend the knees for our curtsy. And we'll just flow like that a little bit, alternating the right leg going in front of and behind the left leg. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you curtsy. One more to each side. So front, lift, back, lift, and put both feet back on the floor and shake out that left leg, your standing leg. And we'll take our curtsies on the other side now. So we're going to lift the left leg straight out to the left. Left foot is flexed. Lift it a little bit higher. And then exhale, left leg in front of the right. Bend the knees to curtsy. Inhale, extend the left leg back out to the left. And then exhale, left leg behind the right. Curtsy by bending the knees. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curtsy, alternating, bringing the left leg in front of and behind the left. One more time in front and back. Good. All right, so we're going to practice. I think maybe we've done this one before, I'm not sure. But we're going to practice for our field sobriety tests. It's really just about balance. So hopefully you have some space in your room. I don't have a whole lot of space here. But you've seen the drunk driving test, right? Where you bring heel to toe, and just walk from one end of the room to the other. And when you reach your end point, turn around, heel toe, heel toe. Imagining you're walking in a very straight line. So I don't know how big your room is. You might still be walking, but you can either repeat what we just did, keeping your eyes open, or if you want more of a challenge, try closing your eyes while you do this. And it's okay if you wobble or fall. I am. Arms extended out can help with your balance a little bit. Maybe you put your hands forward so you don't run into the wall or anything else. Maybe you stay holding onto your chair a little bit. Closing the eyes can be quite a challenge here, so it's up to you if you want to do that or not. Good. Take one more. Eyes open or closed. I'm pretty wobbly with my eyes closed. Woo! It's much harder than you think it is to do this with the eyes closed. All right, this is kind of silly way to increase our balance, challenge ourselves in some way. So let's come on back to seated and go ahead and scooch back in your chair. No, I lied. Scooch forward in your chair. Bring both hands to the sides of the back of your chair. And we're just going to lean the torso forward, opening the collarbone area. Great one to do when you're hunched over a lot, doing whatever it is you do on your phone or computer. And pull yourself back up. And let's just flow the arms. Inhale the arms up overhead, the palms touch. And exhale like your arms are moving through water. They lower back by the hips. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, the arms lower. Two more. Good. Let's settle in for Shavasana. So either sit back in your chair, allowing your back to rest on your backrest of your chair. You can lie on the floor, you can lie on a couch or a bed. But just take a minute to make any final wiggles or adjustments. And then once you're feeling like you're comfortable, go ahead and lower your gaze or close your eyes, allowing the effects of the class to reverberate into the body or in your body. Just again, noticing how your body's feeling, allowing each inhale to allow you to feel a little bit lighter, and each exhale allowing you to feel heavy and grounded. We're not manipulating the breath in any way. We're just noticing the lightness with the inhale and the heaviness with the exhale. Just just like at the beginning of class, I invite you to scan your body and notice any places that you might still be feeling some tension or tightness. And if or when you discover those places of tension, direct your breath right to that area of tightness and allow it to soften. We'll just have a few moments of silence here to allow you to receive whatever this time of meditation might have to offer you. And be aware that your mind's job is to think. So when your thoughts wander off to your to-do list or whatever you might still need to do today, just sort of recognize that. Don't judge it or think you're not doing it right. Just acknowledge the thought, maybe even be curious about the thought, and then redirect your attention back to your body and back to your breath. Your breath is holding the attention. You might have to do that a million times in the next couple moments. That's okay. Notice if any tension has returned any place in your body, and if so, try to soften those places once again. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Invite some small movements to your fingers and to your toes. And then as you're ready, reach the arms up by the ears, the legs out in front. Give yourself a big stretch in both directions. And then soften it all down. Keep the gaze lower to the eyes closed. If you're on the floor, bring yourself up to an easy seated position. And once there, we'll press our palms together in front of our heart center. Take a moment to thank yourself for creating time to nurture your mind, your body, and your spirit today. Call to mind again your intention that you set at the beginning of class, inviting that quality to manifest itself in your life this week. My soul honors your soul. I commend the place in you where the Spirit resides. I admire the place in you that is of love, light, truth, and peace, because it's also within me, and in sharing these things, we are united. We are one. Namaste. Thank you. You did a great job, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.